Hello, everyone. Ooh, hi there. And welcome again to another day of our miniature making. Today's day 28. That's pretty impressive if I do say so myself. And today we're continuing with the parlor. We're going to have um, so there's a bit of a debate as usual as to what exactly we'll do and so on, and I'll explain in a bit. I'll just put the double screen so I can show you that I have finished the table from yesterday. That's the wooden one. I'll bring it up close so you can see all the beautiful cracks. Hey, Sue. Yes. So I have I'm trying to remember at what stage I left this table yesterday. I believe I've put the legs. I have added, let's see if we can bring it. It's always a bit of a challenge to see where the focus goes. Focus, focus. I think now it's pretty much focused. So I added this wire, kind of a curved wire between the legs to add stability and, of course, a little bit of detail. And this little table is pretty much finished. Yeah, it is. And hey, Kara. And I really don't feel like putting a map on it because look at that. It's really cool. So we'll see what we'll do. But yeah, so this is this lovely little round table. Sadly, the glass table has had a bit of an accident. I did glue the legs, but it fell down and it lost two of the legs. It's very, very sad, and also proof that the glue is probably it wasn't strong enough. Sadly, I also can't find one of them, so now I'm in that stage of um, I'm actually thinking of redoing them, like doing them differently, because honestly, and you can see it just as the two legs. This is really hard to they feel, and it's hard to say. Like it's weird to say it on two little toothpicks, but they feel kind of chunky. I know it's weird, but this is what happens when you work with this scale. I was also because basically the plan was to do or is to do chairs today. And I was trying to figure out how to do legs for the chairs. And yeah, both toothpicks and matches are way too chunky for the legs here. So this is what it means to work with a small scale. Matches are huge. um, oh, yeah, I mean, we can just like put it as broken. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it feels like cheating, you know? Hmm. I don't know. Okay, so I do have a third leg, so maybe I'll glue the third leg and kind of see how we feel about it. And I feel kind of, I don't know. I really want to have it complete and then break it if I feel like it. But I also feel like if it's a glass table, if it was on the like if it would break, it would just like the glass would crack as well. Maybe I should put crackle on the glass. I never thought of that. That could be cool, but that might be a bit dangerous. I don't know. Thinned out. Really? I need to find those. But at the moment, I don't have those. So basically, I'm going to work with wires. And that's the idea. And actually, my idea to, if I'm redoing the legs, then I would probably actually do what I did here on the coat rack on the sides. Um, yeah, all good options. I really like that. So yeah, so in here it's wire and thinner wire that I wrapped around, and you can see that it kind of. I feel like that might work pretty well for this kind of table. I don't know if you can actually see because yeah. So I might just go with that. And now the question is whether we try and make chairs or try and play with the legs. That sounds weird. Or try and do new legs for the table. Both will be with wire. So I don't know. It'll be playing with wires either way. So if you have any preferences, let me know. Um, for the so yeah, I am happy with it. I did want to show you actually the right. I think it would be cool with wire legs, especially because you already have the metal um, decoration piece. And I did basically, so I think that's actually the reason that I feel like these legs are too chunky, is because I painted them to look like metal. And for metal legs, that feels chunky. When it's wood, it looks perfectly fine. But for metal, it feels like, too much. So I think I will change it. Oh, it's all in the parlor. Yes. I'm actually going to show you. I'll bring the. I was planning to do that. Why? Every time I move it, the wall falls. It's always very. See? Okay, you stay out of it. But basically, now I really need to glue down the walls. It's getting sad. But yeah. Okay, so we have parlor. Let's put it in the frame. And yeah, so the fireplace is here, and I did cut a space in the oh in yeah in the wall where the fireplace is. Um, okay, and I just wanted to show you that actually everything is falling apart. I really need to use more glue. I mean, actually glue stuff down. That's actually helpful if you want things to stop falling. But yeah, so this is like the side table that I've done. I'm gonna put it aside. Basically, all I wanted to show you uh, was that these tables, and I'm just gonna put it upside down just so you'll see the size. There's plenty of room for having these two tables there. And now I'm thinking that the sofa is very small, but I feel like that it still works in the scale of the room. Like it's a small sofa. I think that once I'll do the chairs, that will be the final decision. Because but I think that yeah, because if you say you put the sofa next to this table, it definitely feels like, and it's supposed to be a small table, it definitely feels like it's a good size for two people to sit, and that's the size of this sofa. It's supposed to be a small one that yeah, just two people can sit around and gossip in the corner while other people play games on the tables and stuff like that. So there's definitely plenty of room still in the parlor. The fireplace will be here. We will have maybe even the couch will be here. I don't know, but we can have like a couple of corners to the side with tables that people can play around and stuff. That sounds weird. Might have been used for children or even pets. I'm not entirely sure that parlors were like that, when planning parlors, Victorian people actually considered children. Not entirely sure when they considered children, except for maybe, like the nursery, but that can be checked. I don't know. But yeah, it also really does, because it does feel to me like two people could sit on this sofa. It's small, but that's fine. Ooh, demon children will have their own very special chair, because especially in this house, they're important. But anyways, yeah. So the chairs are basically for this room, yes. And they're actually supposed to fit this table. I am thinking of, because it's going for the same room, I was thinking of using the same upholstering design for the chairs as well, because, to have it matchy. Um, Maybe they had it for their dog. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that would be tight. Yeah, no, not thinking about sizes of dogs that fit into this thing. No. Um, so also, if I'm already playing with the idea of doing another other legs, I had a moment of thinking that maybe it should be shorter, but no, because within this context, it doesn't feel like this would be like a coffee table. This could definitely be the size of a table that people, yeah, like play bridge or do a seance or something like that. I keep saying science instead of science, and that's really weird, because you don't really do science, or at least it's a very different thing. You know what I mean? Okay, so I'm tempted to do the table legs, but that's mainly because I'm frustrated with the table legs, and I feel like the need to solve it. So if that's okay with you, I think that's what I'll do. And if we have time, we'll do chairs, and if not, we'll finish them tomorrow. Um, Let me know if that's okay by you, and I will move to the desk anyway, because that's where the important stuff are. There we are. So yeah, so either way, we'll have to kind of gently pull the legs off. Does leave a bit of staining, but it should be fine because it's basically the same color that will be afterwards. Yeah, and I'm looking, it might actually be a little helpful that there's a bit of glue stuck in the holes for the new legs to come. So let's see. I'm going to so because this metal piece that I've put in is in this kind of old bronze, ancient bronze, they call it vintage bronze color. I'm going to basically do the legs with the same color of wire, with the hopes that I won't actually need to color it, because, well, less work. Enough said. So I'm going to just get a piece out, and I'm using these pliers to straighten the piece of wire, um, just to make it easier to work with. This is definitely longer than I need, but yeah, let's cut it and see. So I'm just gonna check. Basically, I do like the length, the height of the legs because it brought this table to be pretty much the same height as this round one, and that seems logical. So yeah, does that make sense actually? Yeah. What gauge? So this one is 20 gauge, and I am going to use, I have a 24 gauge. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I have a 24 gauge that I will use to wrap around, to, yeah, give it some more details, and it will, of course, kind of widen it a bit, I guess, but, it just feels like it's, um, yeah, that was a mistake. Okay. Trying to measure things for no with my hand is no use, but I can actually see on the media mat that this is basically half an inch length. So I'm gonna cut it cage only with, oh, gauge. Oh, okay. I thought gauge was something else. Huh. Good to know. Thank you. Okay, so it's about half an inch, and I'll just use a ruler next to it. Does that make sense, by the way? Yeah, it does. Yeah. So I'm just gonna cut them at half inch. And to make sure that I actually have, I don't think I brought it here, but I actually have a tool that can that rounds the edges, so they're not, well, yeah, to just get rid of any sharp pointy stuff. But basically what I do is, after cutting the piece, I cut again, and you'll notice that, yeah, I'm sure, if you've worked with cutters, you notice that if you cut like this in this angle, like in this direction, then you will usually get more of a squished, um, no, the opposite. If you cut like this with this side up, you will have a straight edge. If you do it the other way around, then you will get a sort of, it sort of squished the metal, so you'll have these edges. So if I move my finger on this side, there's no, it's flat, and on this side it's a little squished. It's really hard to show, but basically you see it in your, if you look at it on your wire, you will see it. So yeah, so that's why I'm kind of, it looks like I'm cutting it twice, because I want them. Did I cut it the right length? Oh goodness, I did good. Sometimes I just lose focus in the middle of doing something, and so yeah, basically the second cut that I do is to straighten the edge to make sure that it's not sharpy and will not cut my finger or anything. Yep, half inch. Ta-da! This is me checking that I actually cut them all in a half inch. Hey Anthony, how are you? I'm remaking table legs today, for now, at least. Dull end, sharp and dull. Nice, good. One day I'll actually be able to speak. Ah, but it's fine as long as you understand me and I have Sue to explain. Cool. So now I'm going to wrap the thinner wire around. This is going to be maybe a teensy bit tricky, but we'll see. So what I want to do is actually at the very edge, at the top and the bottom, I will try to kind of create a ring with the thinner wire over the wider. So with a 24K gauge over the 20. And that's in order to kind of give it a bit more balance, a bit more, the table itself, the leg itself, more balance. So yeah, I hope that you can actually see what I'm doing. Well, if I'll be on camera, you might. Oops. But yeah, it's very small. Okay, so now I'm trying to wrap it pretty much, you know, keeping the same distance between the wraps. If it's not exactly, it's fine. It's not going to be that critical, but you aim for perfection and stick with what you have. Something like that. Oh, I'm glad to hear, Anthony. Yeah, I'm fine too. Um, but yes. Okay. Did you get it? Yes, you did. The detail reminds me of Queen Anne's doll house at Windsor Castle here. Oh, that sounds so cool. Yeah, we got it, Anthony. That's cool. Yeah, so okay, so once we'll have, so that would be kind of the legs, and I do think that works better than um, the toothpick legs that we had before. And we'll see. I might we'll see afterwards if it feels like it's too shiny. I can go over it with collage medium to kind of dull it down a bit. But for now, let's just work with this. Okay. So I'm gonna just use this piece that I just cut off to wrap around another leg. Hopefully it'll be enough. I think it will be, but a dollhouse. Okay. I think you skipped the number there for how old the dollhouse is. But yeah, I mean, classic dollhouses have a rather, I mean, it's not really a big scale, but definitely much bigger than what I'm doing. I'm doing tiny. This is not a classic scale for dollhouses. What I'm doing, it's closer to, I think at least, I think it's closer to like tabletop miniatures and wargame miniatures, things like that. I'm not sure exactly how it's called. But yeah, there we go. Thank you, Sue. Yeah. Ooh, where did you think you're going? Okay. And yeah, this one definitely seemed to wrap a little bigger, I think. Ooh, oh dear. Okay. I'm going to have to squash the end a bit. Squash. Well, just it's not really squashing it, but just tighten it so it'll actually stay, because otherwise when I try to turn the wire around, it just turns without folding. Just, yeah. Okay. I'm trying to stay within frame. Oh, thank you, Peggy. Hmm. You're not that late. It's fine. We always spend like the beginning kind of, showing what I've done yesterday, basically, and debating what I'll do today. So it's not a big deal to miss it, I guess. The action starts later. Okay, got it. Yeah. I'm trying to, it's what's tricky about this is sometimes that you try to, on the one hand, if I'm using a plier to hold it, I need to hold it, tight enough that it doesn't move, but also not squashing um, the wires and not bending it, and hopefully also not scratching it. Yeah, so I had a little, my glass table had an accident, and lost a leg. Well, actually, it lost two legs, but one of them completely disappeared. I haven't found it. And then I decided, being me, to use the opportunity and just change the legs, because that's me. That's what I do. And I'm doing these wrapped wire legs instead of the toothpicks that I used before. So yeah. Ooh, sorry, wrong queen. Queen Mary's Dollhouse, 1984, 24. I can read. The No, they didn't. My kitties are the best on that. I honestly, I always say it to my friends that it's like I've been blessed with the pretty much the only two cats in the world that don't play gravity games. They don't try to eat what I'm crafting. They're just, I don't know. I'm blessed. Really truly am. Okay, just need to cut off the edge. Good. It's probably no. Well, I hope not. I mean, that could actually happen, particularly with Nox. She has a very thick fur. Um, but yeah, I don't think that they were here in the room when when I lost the legs. Um, yeah, they basically, you probably noticed that the novelty of me doing stuff in this room has been lost. So now they don't show up for the lives. They're just like, oh well, you're playing with someone else. We'll see you when you're finished and we can get cuddles. That's pretty much what they do now. Oh, you need strong fingers for such detailed work. it's very, this wire is really not, I mean, I don't think it's that hard to move it around, but sure, why not? I mean, you know, I can open jars and everything, so apparently it's good. Okay, that one was. Mm, oh, okay. We're gonna need to start this again, just a sec, because it is giving me problems. Just a sec. So I'm just gonna straighten the wire again, or you know what? This is a really small piece. I think I'll just get another one. They here they take pieces of paper from you to your sister's place. That's hilarious. Uh, Cats are funny things. They're lovely. But yeah, they can definitely be troublemakers. Again, I'm just really lucky. I know also, like, my parents have, they have three cats, and their baby, we call her the baby because she's the youngest. She's young. She's now, I think, she's not even 2 years, I think. And my goodness, is she trouble. But she is so adorable while doing all that trouble that, you can't possibly be mad at her at any way. And she knows it, that little devil. Mine just look like demons, but they're very, very, they're actually angels. There we go. See, it's actually very simple. Just, yeah. Ta-da. Okay, each one of them is completely different. I will try hard not to care. Ah, window open. And yesterday, my cat tried to pick out the window over the kitchen sink, knocked. Oh, yeah, that would happen. Are the plants okay? Because I'm assuming the kitty is okay. Hmm, go. Uh, yeah, I assumed. The only other option I could think of is that if you didn't mean peek, that maybe you mean kick. That kick the plants off the ledge. But yeah, as long as the plants are okay and the cat is okay and everything, then everything is okay. So yeah, I wasn't very. I didn't pay too much attention as to how many rounds of the wrapped wire I do on each one, but I think it's okay. Um, and we'll try and glue this. I'll find my. There's my glue. And hopefully these will glue better and not disappear on me. Oof, took way too much glue there. Oh well. So I'm just, because I have these little holes in the corners. Yes, focus, thank you. these little holes that I cut in the punched in the sides. So I'm basically just putting glue into the holes. Way too much glue, as always. And then I'll stick the metal legs into there, um, and hope it would stick. That's how you do it. Yeah. This. Mm, don't know if I've put enough in here. So I'll just put it there. There we go. Now, gently place these in the hole and hope that it will all work, basically. Okay. Ooh, ooh. Hmm. Hmm. Just, oh dear. Yeah, it's a little tricky. I might do it after the live or finish it after the live because basically, yeah, I cut these holes, I punched the holes that would fit the toothpicks that are wider than this. So this is becoming a bit of a mess. So I might have to do the gluing after the live because yeah, because I'll probably have to actually hold it in place for a bit before um and that would be just a bit long, I think, to look at. I'm very much hoping that this would actually work and that I won't have to change the table as well because that would be a bit much. Okay. Just removing at least some, trying to remove at least some of the glue. Because I don't want too much, too much of a mess. Oh, it's already quite messy, but I feel like it's still, yeah, it's still shiny enough to pass as semi-clean glass. So yeah. Okay, so have about 20 minutes left. Let's try to figure out how we do chairs. And hopefully I'll succeed. So yeah. So I'm putting these to the side. I will add them to the table later. Now the chairs are basically, I'm just going to use this little table to plan them because I want them to look like, yeah, like they fit the size. So I'm planning to use as my base this little, that's be the cushion. It's I just use this little hole puncher. It's a 6 millimeter one. So yeah, 6 millimeter sit. And we're going to use wire again. I think that the um, 20 gauge would work. And basically, let's see. So the idea is that I have one punch piece for the seat and one punch piece is for the back. And I'm just going to use the wire to create a frame, I guess, for the back, just to see that it works. And just use this plier to kind of straighten this, just to see that this would work. So this would basically sit, yeah, so it's a little smaller. I don't know. Yeah, I think I like it like this. It's a little bit smaller, so it basically will be glued to the back. Um, and we'll have this as the back. The seat will be then glued around like this, something like that. And I have just realized, sorry, I'm trying to, there, maybe, focus. Basically, I just realized that if, and I should have thought of that before, I guess. I'm trying to bring it to focus here. Yeah. So stay in focus, camera. Now, always does that. Basically, thank you. I realized that if I just glue this here in the middle, I don't know if you can see, maybe if I'll do it like this, then I will have the back legs of the chairs. I can have them connected already to the back of the seat, which I do like. So I might, let me just see if this is the fitting length. I think so. That maybe a bit more. So I'm going to straighten this wire. Yeah, it's one of those things, right? So that like when you, it's really only when you start playing with the pieces, with the, yeah, when you start playing with the materials, that's when you get things, you get understand how things work. I know you mentioned a long-term project, but do you have any plans for more stories? Oh, with a fairy detective with Thorn? Yeah, I do actually. So, yeah, exactly. When you play, you get the right ideas. So I actually, one of the, so okay, first of all, this project, yes, it will continue, and it will continue with lives, but it will become a weekly thing starting, well, next week actually, because on Sunday will be our very last live, because we're, you know, finishing October. But as far as Thorn is, I actually, one of the other things that I've been working on this month is that I'm actually on Sunday, the very same day, I'm launching another YouTube channel that is dedicated to my magical creature things. It's another project that I have that's called Magia Anthology, and it will definitely have more Thorn stories. I just decided to do it in a different channel because YouTube doesn't really appreciate variety in the same channel. You know, it's an algorithm, it's a mathematical things. They can't calculate things if you do two different things. So I'm separating my kind of fairy tale things or my magical creature things to a different channel. and it is supposed to launch on Sunday. So yay! Lots of work, but I'm very much looking forward to it. Just want to see. Yeah, that would fit. That fits exactly around. So for the back of the seat, I like that. For the bottom of the seat, I might do slightly different because it might be harder to glue things down. But yeah, so basically, what I want to do is see where this piece fits. Oof, this is tiny and hard to show. But I want to take basically kind of encircle the back, and I'm taking this plier and giving this a bit more of a push. Yes, true. uh, true, Kala. Yes, it is also on Patreon um, with other friends. Aw, thank you. You have no. I do not believe that you have no creativity. That is so not true. That is so not true. Everybody have creativity in one way or another. Sometimes it's just about playing around enough. But yeah. But also, to be honest, as long as what you make makes you happy, that's the important thing. If it's not, you just need to enjoy the process, enjoy what you make. And then, creativity is there, whether you feel it or not sometimes, I think. But yeah. So, yeah. Okay, so I marked this, and I hope that I marked the right length. Because, yeah, so I have checked earlier that the seat should be around half a centimeter. So this should be fine. And I am going to try, what I'm going to do also is try and actually shape it a bit more by pushing it teeny bit back, this part. And I'm trying to do it at the same length. So basically the back legs of the chair kind of, they're just in a bit of an angle, or maybe the back will be in an angle. We'll see. Both options. But now, before I attach anything, I need to put the upholstery on. And like I said, I wanted to basically use the same material that I used for the sofa. So we'll have a slight matching part in the room. So this is what I used, and it's a good opportunity to show you. So what this is that I took collage paper, the well, the Tim Holtz collage paper, and the plain one. I stamped on it with this is archival ink. I did do some brown in the backing just to have a bit of shading. And then I used collage medium to glue it on top of a fabric, a cotton fabric. And what's nice is, and I hope we can catch it on camera. If not, then it will show. Yeah, I think that you can see a little bit here. But what's lovely about it is that the texture of the fabric does come through, but it comes through a little bit, it doesn't come through like 100%. So you do get it a much more delicate feel of the weaving than you would, like, this is pretty coarse weaving, and on this side it looks a lot more gentle, so it does actually fit the scale much better. So this is what we're going to use, and basically what I want to do is just glue it from, I'm going to just, I think that the easiest way to do it is actually take another piece of paper now that I think of it. And I'm just going to take a piece, glue it from both sides of the cardstock, and then punch it out. And I don't know why I didn't think of that first, but well, like we said, thinking while we're working, right? Ah, yep. So I'm just cutting it out. And because of the collage medium, also, of course, this is much more, I mean, it's completely flexible, you can see, but at the same time, it's much more, much tougher or much more sturdy to work with than just fabric. I don't need to worry about it frying, none of that. So I'll just take a piece of cardstock and I'm actually going to use the Nuvo glue for that. Just because, I mean, collage medium will of course work, but it does, I don't know, it has a nice tack to it. I really like this glue, so I'm gonna use that. And I don't really need to worry about it covering everything or like being perfect at all, because we're just going to cut through. And I'll just making sure that it is glued, that the glue was spread nicely underneath the material. See, like this is a corner with no glue, which is very sad. So we'll give it some glue. And on the other side. And in this case, yes, I am actually going to just use my finger to spread it. Because, yeah. Because my finger is here and it works. So, yeah, just putting it right here on top. And I'm just pressing it in to make sure that it glues well, just because, you know, even though I've already put collage medium on it, fabrics can be tricky. So you should always you always need to be a bit more persistent, I guess, would work with it. Yeah. And just going to touch it. I think it's dry enough. Ooh. Oh dear. Oh dear indeed. Yeah. Okay. So you can see that it actually fried it a little bit, but we can just cut that. We have, okay, cut that part as well. Yep, cut all that. And I don't need to worry about finishing, because there's so much glue involved already. And that's a little cushion. Or a little, I think this is a back cushion, but yeah. And it's done. And there it is in focus again. Very exciting. Yeah. And we'll just, so that will be glued right into this wire. Yeah, we can do that. I think we can just do that now. Just see how that works. Where's my glue stick? I'll just put some glue around right here inside the shape. And just sort of try and slide it in. Oh, yep, that's pretty much it. Once it sits, just need to, that's the hardest part. You need to kind of pop it into place and then just not touch it. Not touching it until it dries, until I know it's okay. Um, and yeah, so let me come back. Hello. So I think that's pretty much where we'll finish today, and we'll probably continue with the chairs tomorrow. I feel, because we haven't done much with them, but you can already kind of see that this. I think this would be a good height for the chair. I don't know if you can't see anything from that angle. No, you can't. But if I'll bring it up, I'm trying to, yeah. So, the top will be, um the back will be a little bit higher than the table, as should be. And yeah, I think that would be okay. Um and we can continue tomorrow with doing the seats and finishing the chairs. Well, we'll do one chair. We don't need to do more than one in the live. And let's see. We are actually, yeah, kind of getting to, closer and closer to the end of the month. Of course, like I said, we will continue the project, so no worries about that. But I think so. On Sunday, I'm going to have a special guest, and we're going to have a lot of fun. It's going to be Olga, because, I mean, who else can we celebrate Halloween with? Come on, it's got to be Olga. Um, and also, we just have a lot of fun together, and we both like creepy stuff. So, yeah. So that'll be Sunday. But until then, we have 3 more days. I'm calculating right? No, two more days. Yes, yes. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Look at that. I can count. So, um, so I think tomorrow we will continue with the chairs, just to finish it, I guess. But we can also, think of if there's something specific that we want to try and do, just before, I don't know, just on Saturday, or even half of it, at least partly tomorrow. I was thinking of maybe actually trying to see, because there are things that there are things that are going to be so very tiny that I'm not entirely sure if I should do them live, because I'm even now I don't know, how much you can actually see with what I'm doing, because things are so small. So like doing something like candles, that's going to be ridiculously tiny, and that might be better to actually do in a recorded video where I can zoom in with a camera. um, but we might try it, just because, candles, tiny, fun. um, but otherwise, what else do we, oh, we might do, so there's two, like, things that, couple of things that I think we can do, maybe partly tomorrow, maybe on Saturday. And just let me know what you think. Maybe if you have any preference, can add it in the comments. If you're watching on replay, then you know I'll love to hear. But yeah, so I was thinking either doing the bay window seats that need a bit more calculations and a bit more thinking, or we can try and do teeny tiny little kind of accessories. So it can be teeny tiny books, teeny tiny candles with a candlestick, teeny tiny. What else? Oh, we can try and do a carpet. Carpet would be cool too, because we definitely want a carpet. Or two, I don't know. Yeah, there's actually a lot of options. I just gave you a ton of options. Sorry? So if you have any preference, let me know. If you don't, then I'll just do what I always do and wing it. Well, no, not wing it, just decide on my own. That would be different. Yeah, the accessories would be cool. You know what? It might actually be a good idea to try it. Bedroom. I will definitely do bedroom furniture, but we don't have any of the bedrooms ready yet. So it will be, you know, when I'm trying to think, because okay, so it will not be in the last few days of October, but afterwards we'll probably reach a point when also there's a lot of things that I've already done in a way. Like you don't need to see me doing wallpapers again, and we can decide. Like I don't know if you would want to see like the dining room table because it's another table. I don't know, or maybe we can skip to a bedroom and come back. Ooh, yes, there are many floors to make, and I do love making floors. That is very true. um, yeah, so I don't know. But I think it'll be nice to try and do the little accessories. It's gonna be a good also test to see if it's okay to do it live. Because I'm not sure if I'm doing something that is like 2 millimeters size. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. So it'll be a good test for the future to see if this is something that we can do live, or that afterwards when I do teeny tiny accessories, I'll just do it in an edited video that I can zoom in and I can post in the channel. I mean, it works as well. So yeah, I think we can do a little parlor accessories. That would be cool. But we will finish a chair first. I think we'll finish a chair first. Yes. Alrighty. Well, as always, thank you so much for joining me. This has been so much fun. And I don't know, it feels, even though I'm not finishing the project, it feels kind of weird, like getting so close to finishing the month. It might be the fact that like it just passed like this. I don't know. I can't believe that October is finishing. But yeah, it's been so much fun, and I shouldn't summarize when we're not even finished yet. But here I go, apparently. So yeah, so thank you so much for joining me. We will continue with the chair tomorrow, and we'll try and do some little accessories. And yeah, thank you again, always, and have a wonderful rest of the day, evening, whatever you have. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.